Hi, welcome to our 30-minute Yin Vin Flow. For today's practice, you are going to want a block, a blanket, and a bolster. A normal pillow from your bed will work just fine. We are going to be holding these first few positions for a little bit longer time. Remember, Yin is going to be about 2 to 5 minutes. Most of our poses are in that 2 to 3 minute range. So if it feels better for you, you're welcome to have some nice background music, anything that helps your mind release and relax before we get into that more breath to movement vinyasa flow. We are going to start in a reclined butterfly. I am going to use the bolster. You can try out what works best for you. Remember, taking your time to set up in these yin poses. This first one, for this, I like to have the bolster right at the seat or right at where my spine is, and then lowering back down. Hands can come out to your sides. Breathing here. If this feels too intense to have your feet in this butterfly position, you are welcome to bring the soles of your feet a little further away from your body, can help. Or you can roll up your blanket into a little almost like mini burrito. Wrap that around your ankles for a little more support. Or you can place a bolster under your knees. So again, taking time here. Find what feels best for you. Don't be afraid to move around the props. Allow yourself to get settled. And then allow your mind and body to settle into stillness. Bringing awareness back to your breath. Allowing yourself to move slowly here. You can use your next round of breath to gently bring your knees back together, planting soles of the feet on the mat, maybe windshield wipering knees side to side, bringing a little movement. And then we'll set up for reclined cow face. You are welcome to leave the bolster here, but you might feel a little more supported if you remove it. Lowering all the way down to your back body. And then first press left foot into the mat. Right leg bends over, right ankle resting over that left knee. You can stay right here in reclined figure 4. Or for a little more hip opening on those outer hips, sliding your legs almost like you're seated in a chair. And then hands can grasp either the outside of the calves or the ankles or the outside edges of the feet. So again, taking time to find which pose feels best for you. Bring sensation but not pain. And then allow your body to settle into stillness. Next round of breath, gentle release of the grip that you have, extending both soles of the feet towards the sky for just a moment, rolling out your ankles, and then planting soles of the feet back to the mat. Right sole of the foot stays on the mat, left lifts, and then crossing that left ankle over right knee. Option to stay right here, or sliding your legs as if seated in a chair. Find reclined cow face on the other side. Again, take time to feel out what feels best in your body. Then allow the body and mind to settle into stillness. Waiting for your next exhale. Gently release any grip you may have. Both legs extend long towards the sky once more. Rolling out those ankles just a little bit. Taking circles one direction and then the other. Then pulling knees in towards chest. Rock and roll, or make your way any way that feels best, up to a seated position. And then we're gonna switch to lying on our belly. For this, you're gonna want your blanket first on the left side of your mat, about midway through the mat. And then you may want a bolster in front. You'll see how this feels. We'll start with Sphinx pose. So that bolster can sometimes come right under your rib cage. Elbows in front of it. Pulling the heart through. Check in to see if that bolster feels good. If it doesn't, just pull it on out. Then keeping right leg extended long. Left knee pulls up towards the side for a half Sphinx, half frog variation. Settling in here. Again, adjusting the blanket, adjusting your body. Then when you're ready, settling into stillness. Eyes can soften or close here. Next round of breath. Left leg extends long. If you have that bolster, just moving it for a moment. Forehead comes to stacked hands. Bending those knees, just windshield wiper your legs. Heels falling side to side. And then allowing yourself to move slowly here. Adjusting your props to set up for Sphinx, half frog on the other side. So again, bringing in that bolster. This time you'll have the blanket on the right side, about midway, resting your knee, possibly your ankle on that as well, just for a little cushioning. Just whenever we have a chance, being a little kinder, a little softer to our body. Finding the posture that feels good for you. And then allowing yourself to settle in. Giving yourself permission to continue that slow movement. Extend right leg long, removing bolster. Hands stack on the mat, forehead rests there. First, just windshield wipering those heels back and forth. Then releasing feet back to the mat. Hands press into the mat. Hips shift back towards heels for child's pose. You're welcome to bring that blanket under your knees if a little extra cushion feels good, or you can roll up your blanket, place it on your heels if that helps your hips reach your heels. Settling into whatever feels best. Starting with some gentle movement, maybe rocking your head back and forth, kind of rolling over that forehead. And then gently rocking yourself up to a tabletop position. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale to round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Then from a neutral spine, bringing in some hip circles. Imagine with this seat, you're drawing a circle all the way back towards your heels, up towards your wrists. Really bringing in some movement here. And then circling the opposite direction. Inviting any other movement that feels good for you. When that's complete, pausing in stillness in a neutral tabletop. Then something a little different. First, lifting your right knee towards a fire hydrant position, then extending that leg long, plant that foot on the mat, walk your hands walk forward just a tiny bit. Hip sink back towards your back heel. Kind of a half child's pose variation. Your left toes can be tucked for a little bit more of a plantar stretch, or untucked if that's too intense. 2 more full rounds of breath here. Then allowing yourself to rock forward once more. Right knee comes in, left knee lifts for fire hydrant, extend long, plant that foot on the mat. Right toes tucked or untucked. Half child's pose on this side. Breathe into this sensation, noticing where you feel it the most. Imagining, pretending we could send the breath right there. Next, exhale, rock forward. Knee comes back to the mat. Walk your hands forward about a handprint. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press into both hands equally. Heels reach towards the mat. Chest reaches towards the legs. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, moving with that breath. Inhale, hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank on the toes or plank on the knees. Inhale here. Exhale all the way to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale, lift your heart for cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Inhale, press up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Giving yourself a few rounds of breath here. Maybe pedaling out that dog. Maybe pressing your heels towards the mat, hips towards the sky. Next, inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way through. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Where do you feel strongest? Inhale here. Exhale for the mat or chaturanga, elbows hug in. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Few rounds of breath here, either inviting some movement or maybe challenging your body with some stillness if that's not quite as comfortable for you. Just giving yourself a few breaths to get comfortable with it. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Back foot spins parallel to the short edge of the mat. Lift your heart for warrior two. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior, right arm overhead. Inhale, extended side angle, left arm overhead. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior two. Cartwheel hands to the mat, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga or the mat. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Warrior two on the other side. Back foot parallel to the short edge of the mat. Press into the blade edge of that foot. Inhale, left palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, palm flips up, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, back to warrior two. Cartwheel, hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale for the mat or chaturanga. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Breathe here. In through the nose, maybe out through the mouth. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, lift to crescent. Breathing here first. Inhale, fingertips reach. Exhale, squeeze your elbows down, shoulder blades together for cactus arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale to cactus. Inhale, arms to the sky. So pull hands behind you, clasping behind your seat. Push your knuckles down to help lift your heart. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling or forward if that feels better for your neck and your balance. Just checking in. One more round of breath. Maybe encourage the knuckles a little lower. Gentle release. Arms overhead, leaning forward. Starting to shift that weight towards your front foot. Feeling long line of energy from back heel to front fingertips. When you're ready, shifting into warrior three. Arms can stay extended long or come to the heart to help with balance a little bit. Breathe here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Gentle bend to the front knee. Return to crescent. Hands to the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it between your hands. Crescent on this side. First, finding your base here. And then pulling elbows down. Cactus arms. Inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, extend. Exhale, cactus, really pulling those shoulder blades together. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hands come behind you. Maybe opposite thumb on top, kind of a funky grip here. Press your knuckles to the mat, heart to the sky. Again, gaze can be towards the sky or forward, checking in with what feels best on this side of your body. Gentle release of those fingertips, finding that long line of energy, leaning forward in crescent. Then shifting weight towards that left foot, back foot pressing towards the back wall. Arms can stay extended or pull to your heart to help out with that balance. Breathe here. Take your time bending that front knee. Fingertips lift. Plant your hands to the mat. Step back to down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, press your sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach to the sky. Exhale, pull hands to heart center, starting to sink down almost like chair, bringing hips towards heels, and then eventually finding your seat on the mat. Bit of a different transition. With your seat on the mat, pull arms out parallel, lift your shins to match your arms. Breathe here in boat. 2 full rounds of breath. Keep that heart lifted. If you're feeling real fancy, you can point your toes. Not always in my practice. 1 more. Gently bring your feet to the mat. Can scoot your hips forward, lowering down to your back body. First, pulling knees in towards your chest. Then soles of the feet towards the sky, reaching your hands towards those feet for happy baby. You can clasp the outside of your feet, maybe your heels, maybe the backs of your thighs. It's whatever feels best, allows you to access the shape. If your body's wanting to continue a little more movement, you can try straightening one leg and then the other. Rocking back and forth. Just give yourself another full round of breath here. And pull knees in towards your chest, planting soles of the feet on the mat, arms out to a cactus or a T. Hips go just a few inches to the right, knees fall to the left. Gaze can drift over right shoulder or up towards the ceiling. Do inhale through your nose here, fill your lungs. Exhale out your mouth. Pull yourself back towards center. Shift your hips a few inches towards the left. Knees fall to the right. Gaze can drift over that left shoulder or up at the sky. Inhale through your nose, filling those lungs completely. Exhale out your mouth. Bring soles of the feet back to the mat. Knees hug into your chest. Bring the forehead up to your knees, a little yogi hug. Exhale, extend into Shavasana. Feet extend long. Arms down by your hips. We'll be here for just a moment, but encourage your body to fully release. Reminding ourselves this pose is important as anything else we did today. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Body can remain still. If it feels good and is available to you today, you are welcome to stay in this place of rest. If it's time to close out your practice, maybe start by scrunching and releasing your face, rolling out wrists and ankles. Nice good morning stretch, arms overhead, toes reaching the opposite direction. When you're ready, you can come to a fetal position on whichever side feels best for you. Then gently pressing yourself up to a seat. Eyes can stay soft or closed. Embracing these last few moments. Thanking yourself for showing up today, making time on your mat. Honoring your body with movement and with rest. We'll close with a collective round of breath. Can exhale to prepare. Inhale, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, pull hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Thank you for being part of this rad community, and I hope you have a beautiful day.